What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Now in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and approach something in a different way. So I have made various videos on how to make G Fuel. I've also made a video about how to get your G Fuel to be a little less powdery and a little less chalky, because at the end of the day, the powder formula of G Fuel is a powder. The only way that you're gonna get it completely powderless is by maybe trying the cans or something, or maybe there is another way to actually get it completely powderless and fully mixed. That's what I am here to do today. So I'm gonna be trying something completely new that I've never done before, and I think it does have the potential to be a whole new way that people start to make G Fuel. So let me just say this, the way that I get messages, okay, from little Timmys around telling me that their G Fuel is so powdery, it literally makes me think that they must be doing this or something.
So I have our scooper. This is the one that I think Shock told me to use. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm so excited. I use code Shock, Timmy Squad, so I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and get our G Fuel ready here. Shock said just one scoop. Just one scoop, Shock said. And he also told me to fill up the shaker to the correct amount. So now that we have the correct amount of powder, guys, let's go ahead and mix this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the shaker cup here. I think that's just about perfect. Let's go ahead and mix this up. All right, so here we go. I think this is just about the perfect amount of powder. Let's get this. All right, there we go. This is gonna taste amazing. I know Shock has been recommending this flavor for so long, so I just think it's gonna be amazing. There we go. That looks good. Look at that, Timmy Squad. Wow, look at that. All right, let's go ahead and try this. Wow, smells good. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's so powdery.
That's what I think, because when I make G Fuel, ladies and gentlemen, okay, when I make G Fuel, okay, it's not, like, little Timmys are telling me that they're literally choking on powder. Like, I don't know what some of these little Timmys are doing, because this has even been sitting, okay? I didn't even mix this that much. This has been sitting for like 20 minutes. I just had it today. It's some blueberry lemonade. And there's barely any powder at the bottom. I don't know what some peeps are doing to the point where it's so like chalky, they're saying, and powdery, that they're like choking on. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but today I'm gonna go ahead and try to help that. Okay, so the idea here, ladies and gentlemen, step one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with how we start all of our G Fuel. But we're gonna change it up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a G Fuel shaker, just like this, and I'm gonna fill it up about halfway with warm to almost boiling water. I don't want like crazy boiling water. I don't want to melt the cup or anything. I don't think it's really possible. But I'm gonna fill it up about halfway, because what's something that happens with warm water? And why do we usually use warm water? Well, if you're trying to dissolve sugar or salt, you're gonna use warm water. It usually works much, much better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this shaker cup halfway up with warm to almost boiling water, and then we're gonna put our full scoop of G Fuel in it, right? And then we're gonna give it a good mix for about a minute, okay? And after we give it that good mix, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill the rest up with as many ice cubes as I need to get it to be completely cold and chilled, and then give it another mix. Because I think if we fill it up halfway with warm water first, okay, and then we give it that initial mix, I think it's gonna mix the powder very, very well, more than it would with cold water. Because I think a lot of us start making our G Fuel with ice cold water, and if you have ever tried to mix like salt or something or sugar in ice cold water, it does not mix that well, and it does not dissolve that well at first. So let me go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go get some boiling to hot water, and let's try this out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got the stuff. We got the stuff here. So first off, we have our very hot water here. Then I actually also made just a regular shaker of cold water and some ice, and we're gonna mix that up as well, just to see if we notice a huge difference. So we'll have a regular one and the one that we started with hot water. And then I have the ice here, okay? Here's all the ice. This is what's gonna cool down that hot water and make it into a nice ice cold G Fuel after we mix it up. So one thing that I need you guys to think about, okay? This is what's wrong with hot water right off the bat. This is the first issue. Basically, hot water gives off steam and it almost creates like this, it's almost like carbonate. It's almost like it's carbonated, basically, because if I open this, it's like pressurized. That's just something that happens with the steam and the hot water. It's trying to take off that steam. So I'm gonna be careful when I'm shaking this because it's gonna build up. It could build up some pressure. So anyways, we've got about 8 ounces of hot water here. It's pretty hot. It's like a little bit below boiling. And let's go ahead and do this. So what we're mixing a full scoop here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab a full scoop. We're gonna use Shiny Splash as an example. This is the newest G Fuel flavor. It's a blueberry lemonade. Use code SHOCK for 30% off. But anyways, here we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, overall, I'm noticing it's okay to do it when it's hot. You just have to let out some of that pressure every once in a while, and you should be good. But overall, it's mixing pretty well. I'm gonna give it a mix for like 45 seconds, I think. Okay, and while I'm mixing that hot one, I'm also gonna start mixing up just a regular cold serving of G Fuel as well. Just how we would normally make G Fuel right here. Okay, first off, I am kind of noticing some differences. The cold one actually kind of looks more cloudy. Now also, remind yourself, this is literally a full scoop and half of the amount of water that you're supposed to use, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding our ice to the hot one so we can let this cool down here. So that would be the steps basically at home. So what you're gonna wanna do, like I said, you're getting that hot water. We put half hot water, we mixed it up with a full scoop, and now what we're doing after we have shaken it for a little bit, we're gonna start adding ice cubes until it starts to cool down and until we get, I'd say probably right around here is where you want it at. The hope is that with the ice cubes, it's gonna make it cool and the ice cubes are going to fully melt, and that will bring it up to that like 16, 18 ounces of water, and it'll balance the taste, because right now we've got a whole scoop in a half amount of water that you're supposed to use. So if I'm adding just about that much ice cubes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so both of these have been mixed. This is one made with regular cold water from the start, and this one is the one that we made with hot water from the start, and then we finished it with some ice cubes to get it nice and cool. Now, if we go ahead and take a peek at these, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say I'm already seeing a difference. I can't believe it, but I think we are already seeing a difference here. Because if you go ahead and take a look, this one is the one that we started with cold water. You're gonna notice, look at that. Look at there is some powder at the bottom with the regular one. Wow, holy crap. There is some still in the hot water, but look at that difference. The one that we started with hot water has less powder settling at the bottom right away. So that is definitely a sign that it did mix a little bit better. Now let's actually go ahead and taste these. Now, it's kind of hard to know because I think they're both gonna taste kind of the same until we would get to like the bottom where the powder is settling. But let's try them and see if we notice a difference. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to try the one that we started with cold water here. Tastes like regular Shiny Splash blueberry lemonade. Let's go ahead and try the one that we started with hot water here. I'd say there's a difference. That's really weird. I can almost feel the thickness in this one, in the one that we started with cold water. I can feel the thickness when I drink it, but this one, the one that we did with hot water, it has more of a, it has more of a water texture than a powder texture. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, even after letting it sit for a little bit, it still mixed way better and tastes better, and overall just less of that powder texture in the one that we started with hot water. So if you are having any sort of issues with your G Fuel being a little bit too powdery, I would highly recommend just starting to mix your G Fuel with hot water. It can be just hot water. It doesn't have to be like boiling or anything. That mine was a little bit below boiling, but I would highly recommend trying this, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it totally changes the flavor of the drink and the texture of it. I say this is actually more important than mixing your G Fuel for like 2 minutes. I think this is more effective by doing the hot water. I would highly recommend this, and definitely give it a go, and let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped at all by leaving a comment down below. I'm always trying to help you guys when it comes to G Fuel and stuff. So thank you for using code Chalk on G Fuel as well. If you did, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for dropping a like, sub, and all my sponsors on the channel. If you would like to become a tier 3 sponsor, I do send out samples. So if you wanted like a sample of Shiny Splash before you buy it, I do send out samples to my tier 3 sponsors on the channel. So all that information will be down in the description if you want to become a sponsor. But thank you, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I also would just like to let you guys know before the video cuts off here, I do live stream and give away G Fuel on my live streams. My Twitch is down at the top of the description if you guys want to follow me on that and hit those notifications. And thank you for following me on all the Twitch, Instagrams. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and peace out.